All right, so let's navigate to the directory where we're doing all our work. Let's see, we have webdev, and we go to 2019. We go to fall, and here we have our Angular application. And if we do npm ng serve, that's going to start the Angular client. It's going to boot it up and open it up in our favorite browser, using at port 4200, right? So we're going to add a couple of things in there. All right, compiled successfully, and we can point our browser now. Say localhost 4200. Right, and this was the course navigator that we implemented last week. Right now, it's trying to hit the server to go fetch some courses. Let's abandon that for now for a bit. Let's focus on implementing a couple other things. Right, let's open it up with our favorite IDE. I believe this is it. And as we see, this is the component that's currently rendering, right? The course navigator, and it's rendering it because we have the loaded here at the top of the entry of our application, the app course navigator, right? So let's leave that for now. Let's create a couple of other components like login, register, and whatnot. So let's implement that and see what we can do with that, right? So let's create another tab here. We are in the same directory. We'll create a couple of other components. We'll say ng create, generate component, and we'll create a login component. All right, so we created the login component. Let's see what it generated for us. There is our login. Right? And if we just render it, maybe we'll render it above this. Let's see what it renders as. Login, there it is. If we have that, we'll see how it renders. Where are you? There it is. Login works. All right, very exciting. Let's go in there and start playing around with a couple of things in there. Login. This is the HTML. There it is. There's nothing very interesting in there. Well, let's do H1 login. Maybe a couple of input fields. Input for the username. So username. And then maybe one for password. Maybe type equals password. And maybe a button. Login. So we have that, and it renders again. Let's see. There it is. Looks awful, but it'll do the work. There it is, right? User login. Let's maybe improve it just a tiny bit. We'll put a break here, another break down here. There it is, our login page. Everybody okay? All right, excellent. A registration component would look almost identical, right? So let's implement something like that. Let's go to our terminal and let's create another component. We'll say ng generate. There's a shortcut. Instead, if you don't want to type too much, you can say ng for generate and C for component, and you can say register. All right, so we created our register component. Let's see what it created for us. There's our register. And again, there's not much there. We could copy maybe what we did for the login. We'll copy it to our register, since it's almost the same content. But we'll change this to be register and be username, password, and maybe we'll do verify password, maybe. So verify password. So where you type in your password again. All right, and this will be register. All right. Probably we would like to navigate between these two. Right. Let's see if we add all this to our top level component. We can render both login and we can render register. Save that. If we render it, notice that we have both. We have the login, the register, and the course navigator. Right? Obviously, we would not want to always display all three at the same time. We would like to be able to display one or the other, depending as we navigate through our application. Make sense? All right, so let's see how we could do navigation. Let's do that next.